pleasant night all around southern West Virginia as we go through the nighttime hours tonight. We're seeing nice conditions. This is the view at Route 460 where it meets Route 52, of course, in the Bluefield area. Temperature right now is 59 degrees under partly cloudy skies, and we're seeing a fairly low relative humidity of 72%. I say low because, after all, it's 11 o'clock at night now, and you would think it would be a little higher as temperatures and dew points are able to get together much more readily sometimes when you have all this moisture around. We've had plenty of moisture because we've had a decent amount of rain over the last several days, and I'll show you what that impact might be, the fact that we've seen so much rain over the past few days, coming up in just a couple minutes. Barometer sitting at 29.97, continues to fall, or at least be low, because we have these series of low pressure centers which are approaching from the southwest. 55 in Beckley, 62 in Roanoke, 57 in Columbus, 71 in Knoxville, 73 in Nashville, 75 currently in Louisville, 73 in Charlotte. Temperatures are pretty warm once you get outside of West Virginia, or outside at least of the northeastern states and West Virginia, as you go to the deep south and of course the mid-Atlantic as well. Doppler radar. Look at all these icons once again over Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Iowa, same areas that have been hit so hard the last few days are getting hit hard once again tonight, I'm afraid, and we're going to continue to see those storms make their way off to the east as we go through the next day or so. And so we'll take off all those icons to show you what the radar looks like. And again, you can see a very strong line of thunderstorms in Missouri, back into portions of Arkansas, back into Oklahoma. Again, all heading off to the east, associated with low pressure center, which is sitting just off to the northwest of that in the Dakotas. So there's a possibility for good amounts of rain because we have a low flash flood guidance. In other words, we have a low total, or lower total than we would normally have if it were dry, or if it had been dry around southern West Virginia in terms of the amounts of rain you need to get some kind of flooding. The slight risk that you see here, 15% chance, and the margin of risk, 5% chance, means that's the chance that you'll see rainfall that exceeds the amount that it would take to get flash flooding. And so the Futurecast shows us those showers and storms that are making their way through the region starting around lunchtime. We're just past it as we go through the day tomorrow. And then, here's 7 o'clock Tuesday. Guess what? More showers and thunderstorms, some of which could again be on the strong to severe side. Maybe not quite as bad as it was Friday night into early Saturday morning, but it is a possibility nonetheless. As we go through our Wednesday afternoon, more of the same, more showers and more isolated rumbles of thunder too on Thursday morning. You get the picture. Lots of these systems making their way through the region. So the severe weather threat as we go through our Tuesday night is predominantly for flooding. High winds are also a threat. Large hail and tornadoes, much less so this time. Futurecast rainfall calls for good amounts of rain, especially in northern and western portions of the area, which is why we have a possibility for flooding. And so the National Weather Service has issued a flood watch from noon tomorrow until 2 o'clock Wednesday morning. Tomorrow then, we'll see very warm temperatures, but we will see a good chance for showers and thunderstorms. Highs will be in the upper 70s to right around 80. And our 7-day forecast calls for those temperatures to be dropping off. Once this series of systems is gone, well, Tigra, you probably put that jacket away for the winter. You thought, I don't need that again. Well, guess what? I'm afraid that we are going to need a light jacket probably Saturday morning, as temperatures are going to be dropping into the lower 40s. And highs are only going to be in the mid to upper 50s on Friday afternoon with a small chance for showers. So it's going to be much cooler than it should be, especially later on in the extended forecast.
Well, something about me that you might not know yet is that I always have a jacket. I'm always cold. And it's just, you know what? It's a good thing to never put away those coats, because sometimes you'll get forecasts like this, right?
And this is about as cold as we're going to get this time of the year. So we're not going to get freezing temperatures, but we'll still get pretty chilly at times.
All right. So with it being a little bit cooler, will we expect like a bunch of dew in the morning, something like that?
Yeah, it'll be fairly moist for sure. I mean, dew will be one of those things we'll deal with, but for the most part, it's just going to be kind of temperatures and dew points get together. You might see some patchy fog, especially in places that pick up rain, which in this case this week is going to be just about everybody.
All right, well, thank you so much, Jay. Now we have more news and weather coming your way right after the break, so don't go anywhere.